Hello everyone and welcome back to this video tutorial. So today we are going to learn how this whole design was achieved right from the scratch without any waste of time. Let's go there. Okay, so let's go ahead to create a new canvas that we can work on. Click on new file, then right here I'm going to call this DG5. So let's, because I don't want this to be on a square canvas, but I also want it to fit to the social media while posting. It's going to be 1350 by 1080. Sorry, it's supposed to be 1080 by 1350. 1080 by 1350. 1350. So yeah, so highly recommend 100 to 300 on the resolution, but everybody use Photoshop differently. So you can find out what works best for you. Leave this at 18 bits RGB. Leave this once you have set it before. Then you hit create. So once you have hit create, it's going to create. Let me close this. It's going to create an artboard for you. So the first thing we do, we are going to duplicate Control J. So if you look at the design previously, there are some patterns that were on the design. So to create that pattern, you can actually use Photoshop to create the patterns, but I prefer using Illustrator because it's just easier using Illustrator. So let's go ahead to open up Illustrator as we create the patterns. Okay, so right here on Illustrator, let's go ahead to create a new file. Then make sure that the size that you want to use here corresponds with the size of the other part, GH1. Maybe I'm not going to save it. Yeah, so the width is of the other one was 1080 and the height was 1350. 1350. So if every other thing set, then you hit create. So once you have hit create, it's going to open the canvas, same kind of canvas we had on Photoshop. So first thing you want to do, go to Windows, so that go to Workspace, then hit Essential. Make sure yours is on Essential Classic, so that you are going to have some extra. Yeah, this is Essential Classic, so you can have other tools here, as you can see. So all you need to do is go to the pencil tool. Go to the pencil tool here on the toolbar, the pencil tool. So the pencil tool here, you just need to click and hold, or you right click, then you choose the pencil tool. So once you're on the pencil tool, it's showing this because the caps is on, so you can off it to have this. So you just double click on the pencil tool. Make sure this is set to smooth. Take it to the highest, then click OK. Then you can just, I'll just zoom that to give me some space. Then you can just draw some random stuff, something like this. So it's going to give you, going to round it up. So it's having no fill. So give it a fill, maybe this color. Then we don't need a stroke. Then give it a stroke like this. So just draw some random stuff. It just create the pattern for you. So you can go ahead to give it fill and just remove the stroke. Yeah, just you can do this with Photoshop, but it's easier to just do it with Illustrator. So you go ahead, draw the patterns how you want them to look like and how you want them to be. So I'll just quickly rush with this and finish up. So once you are done with your patterns, you should have Even not something like this, just a pattern that is flowing. You get the point. So yes, then once you are done, we can go to the selection tool, select everything, drag and select everything here. Control C to copy. Once you have copied it, open Photoshop. Once you're on Photoshop, Control V. Make sure you are choosing pixels. Choose pixels and then click OK. So you should have your patterns like this. So you can go ahead to increase the size a bit. Maybe, yeah, think this is okay. Yeah. So that was how the patterns was achieved using Illustrator. So the next thing we want to do is to change the color of the patterns here on the pattern layer. Then go to effects, which is effects on that particular layer. Go to color overlay. Once you are on color overlay, you can choose the color you want. Yeah, this is what I want. So you hit OK. The color code is F4A234. F4A234. Then you hit OK. Okay. Now I want to change the color of the background, so I'm going to use the paint bucket. So I'm just going to click the layer one, which is the background layer, then change my foreground color to, let me pick the color from the swatch. This is the color here. The color code is 701713. 701713. And I hit OK. Then I'm going to go back to the paint bucket here. You see it's paint bucket, click paint bucket, then click. So I'm going to have something like this. So once I've gotten something like this, I'm going to create the shape on top by using the rectangle tool. Click on it, then you create shape. Yeah, why it is like this, then what you need to do, take out the stroke. Once you have taken out the stroke, then go down here. Here means that these four bars are linked, so you can actually round them up by selecting these four, but I just quickly use here, and let me type 40 here and hit enter. You see that all the other areas are now rounded. So let's just use 50 and hit enter. All the other areas are now rounded. So let's go to the move to V on your keyboard, still selecting that rectangle. Here on the option bar, you see that these things are not available, so you click these three dots, click on selection, change to canvas. So once you're on canvas, click centralize. So click here and click here, so it's going to be at the center. I feel like it is too small, so let me increase it a bit. Control T to scale, then hold Alt so that all the sides will scale together. So hold Alt, sorry, yeah, something like this is okay. Then you hit centralize, centralize. So it's going to be at the center. So the next thing we need to add is shadow to this rectangle here. So here, go to the effects and we'll click on drop shadow. So once you're on drop shadow, you can just align it how you want it to be. So um I want to reduce the distance. Yes, I want to use -90. Let me see. No, -90 is not good. Or let me say -30. um let's say -90. I don't think I like the way the shadow is positioned. So let's go back there, double click on drop shadow. So once you have double clicked on drop shadow, let's take the distance to 0. Then let's make the spread 13. Yeah, I think this is okay. Then let's increase the size. So like I think 65 is okay. Then let's leave this at 90, not minus 90. 90 is okay. Then hit okay. So once you have done that, you should have it like this. So it's showing a bit of separation from this to this. So this pattern, I don't think it's big enough. So let me scale it well. Okay, let me not scale. Let me bring this down a bit. Yeah, I think this is okay. Then click OK. So we have gotten to this part, have got the pattern, and this is where we are. Yeah, so the next thing we need to do is to start adding the extra details that were here on this design. So the first thing we need to do, I want to add the wavy kind of effect here. I'm going to just import the image and then add it. It's either you drag and drop or you use place embedded to add an image on Photoshop. Yes, so here is the image we are going to use to add that effect. So here is it. Why I want to turn it so that it's going to fit up the the square there. So you hold shift so that it's going to turn based on angles. Hold shift. So we have it at angle 90. Then we increase the size so it's going to like fit up. Then we'll click OK. So while we have clicked OK, it's going to scale. So hold Alt, you are going to see this is to create a clipping mask. Take your cursor close to the image and then the rectangle. You are going to see that arrow. It's called a clipping mask. Then you click. It's going to clip inside that square. So now on this image, I want it to blend up with what we have there. So let's rasterize it. Rasterize. Right click. When you right click, you see rasterize layer. You rasterize the layer. Then I want to convert it to black and white. The shortcut to do that is Ctrl Shift U. So you see it is black and white. I'm converting it to black and white so that it's not going to retain its own color while I'm trying to blend it with the rectangle, which has a color that I'm already pleased with. So now I've done that, click on this normal. Here on the normal, change it to soft light. So once on soft light, reduce the opacity, maybe like 9 is okay. Then hit okay. Then hit okay. So yeah, that this is where we are now. The next thing I want us to bring up is the bread image, the image of the bread. So let's go ahead to bring that. So we are right here on the camera raw filter. Let's go to basic. Let's add some construct to it. Okay, let's reduce the highlights a bit, just a bit. -5 is okay. Let's add some textures to it. Let's add some clarity to it. Let's add vibrance to it. Let's add saturation to it. I think this is okay. Then let's go to details. Let's add a bit of sharpening. Yeah. I think this is okay. Then we hit okay. So once we're okay with it, we'll travel like then we can go ahead to take out the background. Take out the background, go to the quick selection, W on your keyboard, which is here. You click and hold on that place, see quick selection, select quick selection. On the option bar, turn this to cloud and click select subject. It's going to make the selection for us. And if it is not a good one, we are going to edit some of the selection and see how it goes. So I think it has done a good selection for us. So let's go ahead to create a layer mask by pressing this place. So you should have it like this. And then let's go ahead to, let's remove some of the fuzziness of this selection. Still on the layer marks, go to filter, go to order, then go to minimum. Once you have minimum, set the radius to 1 and click OK. So you should have something like this. Then let's go ahead to So clip this into the box, Control T, and let's turn it a bit like this. Double click and turn. Let's reduce the size a bit. Hold Alt so that you scale from all the sides. Then come to this place here, then click OK. Then while you have clicked that, I want us to create a clipping marks on it so that it's going to clip on the box. Hold Alt right in between and click. So it has created a clipping mark. So let's increase the size a bit. Yeah, so we should have something like this for now. It's okay. So the next thing is, I think, is banana bread or so. Then let's go to the text and we type banana bread. Let's change the color of this to this banana. So once you are done typing, this is what you should have, banana bread. So the font I'll use is Trans City. Yes. I think Trans, here is it, Trans City. So you can download it and use it when you are trying. So just type banana and type bread and scale it to fit each other. Then next thing I want us to add is shadow to this bread so that it's going to look more realistic. So on the bread, go to the bread layer, then you click on this effects, then you go to drop shadow. Once you're on drop shadow, let's leave this at 90, leave the opacity at 71. I think this is okay. Let's click OK. So we have it like this. Yeah, it looks more real this way than it was before. So if you notice, there's this grunge here is from the bread, and I don't want it to be there. I'll go to the layer mask, go to my brush tool. Remember that the white reveals and the black hides. So my foreground color is on white, so I'll toggle it by pressing X to black. Let me increase the size of this a bit and erase this part. So I don't have anything like that again. So yeah, that's it. So hit Control 0 to fit back to your screen. So the next thing I would love to add is I think this bread is too big. Let's reduce it a bit. Control T. Hold Alt so that I can reduce from every side. I think this is okay. Then hit OK. Next thing I want to add is the ellipse here, and I want to fix this bread a bit like this. Then let's add the ellipse back here. Then on the rectangle, right click and you see ellipse too. Hold shift. Make sure you are holding shift before you draw. If you do not hold shift, you are not going to get a perfect circle or a perfect ellipse. So you hold shift, then you draw like this. I want it to have this color here, so I'm going to just choose the color from the swatch panel. Then I do not want it to have any stroke, so I'm going to take out the stroke here. So it's going to be like this. Then V back to the move tool, move it to somewhere here. Then let's take it to the back of the banana. So here on the bread, let's turn it. Sorry, I'm not supposed to hold control, supposed to hold shift. Sorry, not shift, alt. Then Let's turn it a bit like this and shift it like this. Yeah, so this is what we have now. Then this um ellipse, let's add shadow to it. Go to the ellipse on layer panel, drop shadow. So once you have done that, the same thing, let's just leave it like that. Okay, so you should have something like this. Once you have done that, let's go ahead to add the other shape here. So still back to the, we are going to go back to the rectangle tool. We're going to go back to the rectangle tool. Then let's draw this. Yeah, this is okay. Then here on the properties bar, let's set this to be 30, then hit OK. I think 30 is too much. Let's reduce it to 20, then hit OK. Then on the stroke, let's give it no stroke. The color, let's use the same color, and that's good. V. So let's centralize. So we should have something like this. So then we can go ahead to add the informations on the boxes here, these two boxes. So once you have gone ahead to add the other informations using the type tool, here is the type tool. Yes, so how, if you look at this, you see like different color, and then this having a different color. You can just easily select it by clicking. Once you double click, you can select the part. Double click on the thumbnail. You can select the part which you want to give a different color, like maybe from here. Once you have selected it, you can give it another color that you want. Maybe if you are thinking how that was achieved. So that was how that was achieved. Then you have it like this. So the next thing I want to do, I like this, should I say, spray of bread crumbs here. So I want it to be on some of the other parts of the design. So I'm going to, my auto select is off. I off it because that's the way I like to use it. I can easily on it by holding control. If I hold control, I see that this is on. If I leave it, you can see it's on. So I'm going to hit control and choose on that bread. So it's going to take me to the where the bread is, like immediately. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert this to a rasterized layer. I've rasterized it. So I'm going to zoom in. So I'm going to I'll see what I am doing. So you can use the pen tool to select this, or use this any of the selection marquee selection tool. Let me just use the pen tool, so that I'm going to show you something new. Click. This is not a hard selection. Sorry, it's supposed to be on part, not shape. If you look here, it's on shape, supposed to be on part while we are starting. So right there on the pen tool, let's change this to part. So once it's on part, click, click. This is not a hard selection. Click, then click, join together. So once that join together, control enter to change it to a selection. Now it is a selection. So what we need to do is to duplicate that layer by pressing Ctrl J. So once we have gotten Ctrl J, it has been duplicated. So why you are seeing this is because it had a layer mask. So let's redo that. Why we made that selection, it had a layer mask. So let's convert this. To remove the layer mask, back on that place, right click, convert to smart object, So the layer mask is out. So I'm going to convert it back. I'm going to rasterize the layer back again. If you don't rasterize the layer, what you want to do might not be able to work. Back to the pen to P on your keyboard, select, 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 then join together. Then this is a path, control enter is going to change to a selection, control J to duplicate that particular layer, then V back to V, which is the move tool, so you can move this thing like this. So this line you are seeing here is because I selected this bread while it had this shadow. So I'm doing this so that you can learn things. So let's delete that particular layer and off. Wow, I'm supposed to off the shadow before I convert it to before I made the conversion. So while you are doing yours, make sure you off the shadow before you do that conversion. So Control Z, you should have these crumbs like this. Another way we can remove this, we create a layer mask, then go to our brush tool, make sure you are set to black, then clean up those thick edges. Like clean it up. Yeah, so this is fine. Control 0 to fit to the canvas. So Control T, then let's turn this like this. Then Control J, duplicate, just duplicating it, and turn this back like this and hit OK. So Control J, or just duplicating it, Control J. I'm trying to, fit it up, Control J, Control J. I think this is okay. Give like, let me Control J, let me add one last one here. Yeah, so this is really good. That's how we got those sparkly breadcrumbs on the design. So yeah, this is like the design, the whole design. So the next thing we need to add is our finishing touch. Go to the top here on the first part of the layer. So we want to create a stamp visible layer, like a screenshot of the layer. So if you are wondering the fonts that was used here, these fonts are Clash Display different families, or Creator Display different families. Same thing here. Same thing here. Let me just check it. Yeah, I'm correct. Clash Display Bold. So they are just different families. Bold, regular. That was what we use here. That was what was used here. So back on the top of the layer, you can create a new layer, but that's not important. Create a stamp visible layer. To create a stamp visible layer, you Control Shift Alternate E. Control Shift Alternate E. So you create a stamp visible layer. So right click and change, convert it to a smart object. So you are going to have control to whatever you are going to do to the design. Hit filter and go to camera raw filter. Then this is where we do the final touch of the design. So right while we are here, let's go to basic. On the camera raw filter, add some construct, go to texture, add some textures, add some clarities, add some vibrance, add some saturations. Saturation is too much. Then go to detail, add sharpening. I think like 25 is okay. Then go to effects and reduce the grain like this. Then 29 is okay. Then hit OK. So that was how this design was achieved from scratch to finish. So this is the before, this is the before, and this is the after. before, after. So thank you for staying to the end of this video tutorial. See you again next time. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much.